Hi guys, welcome back to your Not So Ordinary Scrapbook channel. I promised you a video today, so better late than never, I guess. It's been kind of a busy day. I have a terrible stomach ache. I didn't see any clients today because the one girl that I see on Mondays had to reschedule. And I don't know if this is gonna work. This is gonna be interesting. I may have to cut this side and do one at a time. I have a terrible stomach ache too, so that doesn't help matters. My boss stopped by today to drop off some baby toys that I need for one of my clients, and otherwise I've been kind of preparing for tomorrow morning. I have a very early client in the morning. And we're still watching Corbin. That kid, I'll tell you what. He acts like he's famished when he comes home. When Hunter takes him home. Like Jordan says, she has to have a snack ready for him because he's like, and a drink because he's like so famished when he gets home. But he eats all day here, except for like snack wise. He loves snacks, but like at mealtime, I mean, I shouldn't complain really because he's eating like healthy stuff. You know, it's not like the snacks that we're giving him are like junk food, but like we gave him leftover lasagna, which we thought he'd love, for lunch today. And he tasted it, decided he didn't like it. He usually loves bread. Like, bread is like one of his go-to favorite things. But then we gave him some cheesy garlic bread that was left over from last night. He didn't want that. It was like, child, we know you're going to go home and you're going to be famished because you're so hungry. And we're trying to give you food. But, I mean, I guess it's typical for an 18-month-old to behave that way, but and last night I got to talk to Matt and Yessie and little Aria. She was just smiling so big, practicing sitting up. She can sit up. She's just a little bit wobbly still, which is to be expected at her age. But she was just full of smiles until like the very end. She was starting to get cranky, but she was tired. It was getting close to her bedtime, so. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to have to do the bottom too, and then like maybe seal it up with washi tape or something once it's punched. I'm going to have to get creative with this one. It'll be interesting. So this video is going to be about making this cover, and then I want to show you all the paper that I plan to use for this December daily, because I limit my paper when I'm creating a December daily, and so I don't know how much of the... I try to use the scraps up, is what I mean. So, like on mini albums, there's... most of it is generally scraps. Just because you don't need to use full-size paper. Now, an album is 12 by 12, a record album like this, and so I'm going to have to use full sheets. The only cool thing about having a full-size one versus a mini album this time is that it won't be so thick because I can put more pages or more pictures on a page. But not only that, I should be able to get it done with less layouts. So this might be the quicker route to go. Okay, so if I feed this through like this, I don't even know if this is going to work, guys, but I'm going to try. We'll see. Okay. So we're going to get that in. Make sure it's in there well. It's not moved. And then punch. So we got that. And then the only thing is I need to match it up. So I have to make sure that this is matched up appropriately. I think the only safe way to do this is to mark this. I'm just going to put a dot where each one is. So my stomach ache comes from the fact that I really don't like roasts. I mean, they're okay, or pork roasts, I should say. They're okay. I don't remember having a lot of them growing up. I remember having venison roasts. We ate a lot of venison. I grew up in the North Woods of Wisconsin, and my dad was a hunter. And we had cows and pigs and stuff on our that we raised for meat. And we had chickens. So we really didn't buy meat from the store. It was all like either my dad I think I'm gonna have to go this way, actually. Okay. Change of plan. He either hunted it or it was butchered off of our livestock, is what I'm saying. So I don't recall my mom like hardly ever buying meat from the store. So, but my husband grew up on pork roast. He in fact did his favorite meat to date. Like, he loves pork roast. And if I send him to the store to get something for dinner or whatever, I always know that he's going to bring back a pork roast because it's his favorite. And I don't really like it, but I'll eat it. And the other thing is he always buys the largest one that the store has. So it can barely fit in my slow cooker. And that's kind of frustrating for me because of the fact that, I don't know if this is going to work because this is double. Okay. This is going to just take a little bit longer, I think. Okay. I got to feed it in. Some of them are going in and some of them are not. Because of this piece here. I wonder if this would come off. Yeah, it will. I'm just going to have to put like a decorative piece there. Okay. So he brings home the biggest pork roast again. I'm like, how much did you pay for that thing? And he's like, $25. And I'm like, yeah, I bet you paid like $30 for it, but I'm not going to say anything. There's no sense in arguing over $5. So, so I threw it in the crock pot this morning. Or Scott threw it in the crock pot this morning because I was busy. And I was going to, but when I saw how big it was, I didn't see how big it was until this morning. And the thing with a really large pork roast is that potatoes and carrots and stuff that you would normally cook with a roast don't fit in there. You have to do it separate, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to like roast everything separate, and then because your roast is so big. And my husband always uses the excuse that he buys a big one because, well, that worked. He always says he buys a big one so he can have food for work for the rest of the week. And leftovers for work, he says. And I always say, I always laugh because he generally eats the rest of the roast in one sitting. Which can't be very healthy, but, you know, he's a man and, you know, so you got to pick your battle. So, I couldn't eat like that. Anyways, so since I don't like pork roast, I was trying to think of something I could eat with the pork roast so it wasn't so pork roasty. If you know what I mean. So I decided to make a burrito bowl, like Chipotle, with it. So I took a little shredded, it wasn't shredded at the time, but I took some pork roast out of the slow cooker, and I shredded it, and I put some taco seasoning in it, and then I made some rice, and I cut up some lettuce and onion and cheese, and I had some avocado or guacamole or whatever. It wasn't really guacamole, it was just mashed avocado. But so I just kind of threw that together. For dinner, well, I use this jalapeno sauce that I generally like, but I don't know, this time it just did not agree with me very well. And I have a stomachache. But so I was laying down for a bit, and then my boss kept texting me, which I don't mind because I told her I would take as many kiddos as she can throw my way because I'm not working at the Y anymore. So it's like, throw as many kiddos my way as you got. And she's like, well, she goes, we're bombarded with kiddos and up your way. And because I do communities that are fairly local to me. I mean, the farthest that I have to drive is an hour. So, all the early intervention Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate. We're all separated into different like different units. So or CPCs is what they're called. And the area that we do, most everybody that has been, because I'm the newest one on the team right now, I'm building my clients, whereas most everybody is established with clients, and they, until the kiddos age out of the program, when they turn 3, most of them, there's only one other one in my community that does like my area, and she's full. She doesn't want anymore. So, which I understand. I mean, she's got a lot on her plate right now with all the kiddos that she has. So, because when I started, she took over some of the ones that the girl I took over for had, so I wasn't so bombarded at first with so many clients. But I've been doing it for about a month now, and so now I'm getting a bunch of new ones, which is fine because it all works out in the end anyway, because like somebody has to take them, and you don't want people to have to drive too far. Like the people who normally work around Springfield area, they're not going to want to drive all the way up here to these areas and do it, you know, so. Did I do that evenly? No, I did not. Well, it could be even. I wonder if I'm going to have to cut this apart now to make it even. This is going to be a little bit more challenging than I thought, but it's okay. It'll all work out in the end because I'm going to use decorative washi tape to do the edges, so it'll be okay. I have a plan. Okay, it's not too far off, so I think it'll be okay. I'm going to temporarily put some washi tape on here just to keep it still so it doesn't move. For right now. I have some really pretty like Christmas colored washi tape that might work good on the edge. There's this plaid, and then there's this green with a gold, like with rose gold leafing, if I wanted to go that route. I'm kind of looking for a wider one. I'll just use this one because it's just temporary anyway. The thing I'm concerned about with washi tape is I have a lot of it. And I'm noticing even with stickers lately, a lot of my stuff is old. And like I said, I used to be thrifty Mama Scraps. So like a lot of the stuff I got at thrift stores years ago. And I'm just now using it. And what happens is the sticky goes away. And a lot of the stuff, and it doesn't mean that it's not any good. I mean, it can be used. That's why I have one of these, the Siron. And it's a sticker maker, and you can just send stuff that's not sticky anymore through it. And that works fine. But it's just one more step. I'm going to line this up. So my youngest son's birthday is tomorrow. And goodness sakes, I cannot believe it. No one ever told me. I mean, I guess people always talk about the youngest child, you know, and how it's always the hardest to let go and all that stuff. I personally, up until this point, thought it was my oldest child that was the hardest to let go of, because he was the one that I cried when I dropped him off at kindergarten. He was the one that, you know, I would, you know, but he was an only child then too. So that, like, I think that's different in a way when it's your only child, is like that, you know, you kind of are, every moment is precious, you know. So, like, he was our only child until he was 8. So he was like our whole world. But, I know he was the hardest when he went off to college. I cried when he, you know, we dropped him off at the dorms. It's just, I think I cried harder at his wedding than I did at Hunter's, and not because I love him more. It's just there's something about like your first and your last. And that doesn't mean anything like against the middle child, because I love my middle child and he's wonderful and he's, you know, he's everything I ever dreamed of, but in, you know, in a son. But it's, for some reason, this 21st birthday is really getting to me. It's really a tough one to like try to not like freak out about. Uh-oh. Guess what I did? I did it backwards. I wasn't thinking. I was talking instead of... Well, I could just do it like that and then just have the back. We'll just do that. I'm not gonna fret about it. So, yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy having the youngest grow up. I think now I worry about him the most. I used to worry a lot about Matt, because he was kind of my wild child. Now he's not at all. Now he's like the calmest, most responsible husband that, you know, that I always prayed that he would be. So I'm going to start hooking these on. We'll see what it looks like. Ethan isn't really a drinker. But I know that, I mean, I don't know. Like, he turns 21 tomorrow. So it's like, even though he's not really a drinker now, you know, that could all change tomorrow. So I'm a little concerned about that. You know, I worry because of the kind of car he drives, that he's going to get pulled over easily. My dad used to call those kind of cars cop magnets. My dad was a cop, so he would know, I guess. I'm too short, but I know I have more of them. I know I have more of these gold ones. I have a blue one, which doesn't match, but I could use it just temporarily as fill-in just for now, just so I can see kind of how it's going to look. Yeah, I think that'll work. I wish that I would have done this the right way, though, so I could have a picture on the back, too. But I could put my, like, I usually put, like, a New Year's Eve photo here, so maybe I'll just do that. Okay, we're not going to fret about that. Okay, so now that this is semi-together, and this may change. I may decide later that I don't like how this looks and, like, change the binding or something. This is, of course, way too tall right here, so that's going to have to be trimmed because I didn't do it quite equally, quite even. It was a lot more challenging than I thought, but I could probably take the cutter to it and figure that out later. So that's not, I'm not going to worry about that right now. We'll fix that when I'm dealing with it. Okay, so now I'm going to show you my Christmas paper. This is all of my Christmas paper that I have and that I will probably use for this album. I'm thinking I'm going to start out with, if I go 25 days and in half, that would be 12 or 13. So I'm going to do, although if I went all 30 days through New Year's Eve, then it would just be 15 pages. Maybe I'll just do that. Okay, so I need 15 pieces of double-sided paper. So that's one thing that I have to look for is double-sided, or I have to be willing to stamp the back. So that's not double-sided. I know Ethan's taking a half a day tomorrow of work, but I think he has plans. So these are so cute. Oh my gosh. I didn't even realize I had that from American Crafts. I guess I should tell you where these are from. Some of these, most of these are probably from thrift stores or from... Okay, this is... It doesn't say. That's probably from an album or a paper pad. The ones that don't have anything on them are from a paper pad, no doubt. So these, I guess, don't have anything on them. I know this is from a paper pad because I have the mini one of it too. This is from American Crafts, but it's adorable. It's kind of thin though, so that's gonna probably be fussy cut it out. Or here's a gingerbread American Crafts one that's also thin. Green cardstock. That would be a nice double-sided page, so I'm gonna stick that one aside. So this is Karen Foster Designs. I'm pretty sure this is Creative Memories because it's smaller. It's the Creative Memory size, like the vintage Creative Memory size. This is Anna Griffin, so that's fairly old. This is Anna Griffin too. 2004. That's old. This is Imaginations. It doesn't have a date on it. This is a thinner one too. So I noticed when I was driving past my, this is me and my big ideas from 2007 stockings. This is Me and My Big Ideas, 2007. So I noticed that my little free library needed to be filled. And I had a stack on the piano. This is Me and My Big Ideas, also 2007. That's the same one. This is, it's that paper pad. It kind of feels like this one company that I can't think of right now. This I know is from that Faith collection. I can't think of what it's called. And this is double-sided, but it's cut apart. It doesn't say though. Hold that thought. Maybe I have more of it and it'll tell me what it is. This, I don't know. This probably came out of a paper bag. So I went in the house, grabbed the books, went to put them in, and I noticed that there was a little book in there that I had never seen before. And I'm like, somebody stuck this book in here. So I decided, I brought it in the house and I was like, decided to read it. It looked like a children's book. This must be the same collection pad. These are all single-sided. And I started reading it, and it was all about happiness and how things you can do to make sure that your life is happy. That you need to let go of like old hurts that people have caused you hurts, cut ties with people who have hurt you. Just like all these really healthy things that, like, you know, and I'm not a person that cuts ties. I just don't, unless you really, really hurt me. Like if you I don't know. Like my boss at the Y that I didn't like, that tie is severed, man. It is severed. Like I hope I never see her again because I do not like her. I don't think she's a good person, and you know, she can claim she's a Christian all she wants, but like I do not think she's a very honest person, and I don't think her daughter's very honest either. But that's, you know, those kind of ties, like, yeah, that's not a big deal to me to like sever a tie, but like this is Cartabella. That's what I was thinking. That other one was Cartabella, but it wasn't double-sided. This is double-sided, which this is adorable, but this is a cut apart of all things. So I'm hoping that not all of these double-sided ones are cut aparts. So this is Celebrate Winter from Echo Park. And this is a cut apart. So it was a very sweet book, and it really touched my heart. And it could be just a random book that someone stuck in there, because the purpose of a little free library is you take a book, leave a book. A lot of the time people just take books, and that's okay, because I have read all the books that are in there, so they are welcome to just take them if they want and not leave a book. So some random person could have, you know, like took a book and left a book, which is fine. I mean, that's what the purpose of a little free library is for. But like the sentiment in it, like, was so perfect for like everything that I've been like carrying around for like years, decades even. that it made me think maybe somebody I knew like left it. So either way, it's a precious book that I'm going to hold on to. I'm not going to put it back in the library because I want to keep it so I can read it again and again when I feel low, because it changed my outlook on life. You know, sometimes you struggle with happiness and you think, oh, you know, if only this, if only I made more money, I'd be happy. If only my relationship was better, I'd be happy. If only my kids did this, this, and this, I'd be happy. If only if I was successful, I'd be happy. If only, you know, there's so many what ifs, you know, and if you go through life thinking that way, like, you never stop to enjoy like the moment. You're just always looking. It's kind of like the whole weight loss thing, you know. It's like I don't know how many years of my life I spent thinking, oh, when I'll be happy when I lose 20 pounds or whatever, you know, and can fit into all my clothes in my closet, you know. And then that happened like 6 years ago or 5 years ago, and all my clothes fit, and what I realized was most of those clothes I didn't even like. Like, most of them were out of date because I'd been holding on to them for so long, waiting for me to be able to fit into them. When I fit into them, I didn't want them anymore. And isn't that just like life is? It's like you're always looking to tomorrow thinking, oh, tomorrow will be better. You know, it's kind of like the grass is greener on the other side kind of thing. And you just got to look at today, love today for what it is, try to be the best person that you can, the most honest person that you can, the kindest person that you can, the most gentle person that you can, and then, and not worry about what happened yesterday or not worry about what happens tomorrow. Just worry about today. Today is enough. You know, but anyways, it was a really sweet book, and whoever left it for me, it made me cry. So, this is a double-sided page from My Mind's Eye, Winterberry, and it's from 2018. It is double-sided, so I will definitely use it as a page in my album. It's funny, it's Winterberry. I have my winter dish collection is called Winterberry. It's by Fallscraft. This is Cartabella, Glistening Snowflakes, Let It Snow. This is double-sided, so I can use that one. And I like Cartabella because it's really thick cardstock, so it'll be a nice page. This My Mind's Eye one is as well. It's a thicker one. I don't like using flimsy pages as like pages. This is Cartabella, Let It Snow, Glistening Snowflakes, 2018. And oh, it's the same one. So probably use both of them or one of them or whatever. This is that religious collection again. It's double-sided, so I'll use it. I wish I could remember what it's called. It's a really cute collection, but it's all religious themed. This is Santa's Workshop by Cartabella. That's double-sided. There's 2 pages of that. So that I'll use as a page. This is Echo Park, Celebrate Christmas. This is 2018. It's double-sided. So we'll use that. Here's another one, exactly the same. So we'll use that as a page. This one's super cute. This is Photo Play, Tree Farm. I don't know if it has a date on it or not. it doesn't, but it's double-sided, so we'll definitely use that one. There's 2 of those. I kind of only try to, like, if I have enough paper, I'll only use 1 of each of these pages, just because that way I can use 1 for another year, too. This is Santa's Workshop by Cartabella. 2018 again. And that's double-sided. So here's another one. So I have 2 of those. This is Winter's Eve by Heartfelt Creations. Winter's Eve collection. Oh, that's cut apart. Okay, never mind. This is Winter's Eve collection. Heartfelt Creations, that's a cut apart. This is the same. This is double-sided. Heartfelt I keep wanting to say collections. Winter's Eve collection, Heartfelt Creations. That's it. These I will probably use as a mat of some sort. Most of these look like they're cut aparts. Same collection. That's the back. These will probably be used as mats. Here's a big one of the church. That's a cut apart. Heartfelt Creations. That's a single-sided one. I'm not sure where that's from. Not sure where that's from. This is the Paper Patch. And it doesn't have a year on it, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty old. This, I don't know where it's from. This is Me and My Big Ideas, 2004. That's quite old. Here's another one, the Paper Patch. So I have 2 of those. This is Heartfelt Creations. Oh, there we go. There's a double-sided one I can use. And these are pretty thick too. Heartfelt Creations, Winter's Eve collection. Little girl looking at a tree. This would be really cute for a page with Esme at Christmas time. And this is Winter's Eve collection. This is a double-sided one with a sled. Although we didn't go sledding at all this year. I don't think we even played in the snow at all this year. No, the kids did though. I could. This one, Hunter and Jordan took the kids out to play in the snow. So maybe I'll print out some pictures of them playing in the snow. This is a cut apart again. That's pretty on the back. I wish they wouldn't put like pretty ones on the back of cut aparts. Like, make your cut aparts one-sided. Like, do all the cut aparts one-sided. If I could write to a scrapbook, like, manufacturer, please make your cut aparts one-sided. And then, well, actually, if you're going to make them double-sided, because I know people use pocket pages and then they use both sides of the card. So, if you're doing cards and they're cut aparts, make sure that they match up on both sides. So you can cut them apart and you can use both sides. But if you're doing like big things like this or like the other, just make them single-sided. So the pretty sides can be used. Like this is gorgeous right here and it's a cut apart. So now I got to decide, do I want to use the cut apart or this one's pretty and that I can use. This one says, this is a song. Yuletide, Mary, 2019, My Mind's Eye. This is Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, I think. That is beautiful. No, this is it. What song is it? Oh, Chestnuts Roast. Oh, it's Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire. I like that. That'll be double-sided. I won't tell you what we used to call the name of that song when I was a kid. But you probably already know because you probably did it too. This is Yuletide, double-sided with Santa. My Mind's Eye 2019. Santa's on one side and then that glittery paper on the other. This might be pretty on the back. If I decide to go, like, cover up the music on the back, I could use this on the back. I don't know. I'm going to have to play with it and see what I decide. Because I'm not exactly sure. This is double-sided, My Mind's Eye. Holly Jolly 2019. This has got some gold foiling. There's another one of those. I think I have enough paper. So once I get through this, then I can decide. This is Market Street, Christmas on Market Street. It's got gold foiling. It's double-sided. My Mind's Eye. And 2015. This one's a 2015 one. This one is striped. Christmas on Market Street. So this must be 2015 too. My Mind's Eye. This is Merry Christmas. This is Echo Park 2017. Single-sided. This is probably the same. White Snowflake Foil, Echo Park 2016. Okay, so here's some cardstock, which depending on the color scheme I go with, I may or may not use that. Because it looks like most of the colors are bright, and like burgundy probably wouldn't work with that. Celebrate Winter from Echo Park. This is double-sided. Cozy Mittens 2018, so we can use that one. This is that religious collection again. I can tell by the graphics, but I can't think of what it's called still. I'll think of it as soon as the video ends, let me tell you. This is the same religious collection. I cut all the branding strips off, so most of these, because they wouldn't fit in the thing. This is another one. Jesus Rocks My World. Love Each Other. Jesus, Holy, Holy, Holy. Joy to the World. So that's a pretty one too. Definitely put some of those in there. My Mind's Eye 2019 Yuletide. That's beautiful. Sleigh Ride. And then these have like little glittery gems on the other side. I don't know what year this is. 2019 for that one. And I have two of those. And then this one, My Mind's Eye Yuletide 2019. And then that's just, oh, that one's pretty. I like holly. Holly and mistletoe and poinsettias. I love all those colors and pine, and it's just so pretty. Yuletide, Fa La 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 La. 2019 again. This just says Fa La 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 on this side, and then it's really pretty green. Happy Holidays, Christmas on Market Street. That is 2015. I think this one's probably the same. Christmas on Market Street. 2015. Christmas on Market Street. 2015. Here's that religious cut-aparts for that religious collection. These are really cute to put on like embellishments. Although this is really pretty too. I think it's called something Faith. I want to say Faith. Illustrated Faith. That's the name of it. Oh my goodness. I knew it was right on the tip of my tongue. All of these religious collection pieces are Illustrated Faith. Okay. Sleeps with Christmas. Sleeps until Christmas. And this is supposed to be like a countdown to Christmas. But I could use it as a page if I wanted to. But I probably won't. These are just all cardstocks in various colors. So if I buy cardstock, I generally buy basil cardstock because it's got a texture to it. I don't know if you can see it, the texture on it, but if you've scrapbooked for any amount of time, you know what basil cardstock feels like. It's not smooth. It's kind of got a texture, kind of like, I like to compare it to like resume paper. You know how it's got like a linen feel to it. That's the same as like basil. You know, instead of just smooth, it's got texture to it. This is Studio Basics from Creative Imaginations. It's double-sided. I can use this as a page, but it's really thin, so I don't think that I'm going to. This is Jingle All the Way. This is a thick one. My Mind's Eye from 2018. So we'll use that one. This is Authentique Solitude 3. That's really pretty. It's not as thick as these though, so I'm probably not going to use that as a page. This is Merry and Bright by Echo Park, and this is a cut apart. And I have two of these. This one is Jingle All the Way. And this is 2018, My Mind's Eye. So I'll use that one as a page. It's a nice thick one. Merry and Bright, Echo Park. These are just solids, pink and green, 2018. This is Jingle All the Way, My Mind's Eye, 2018. This says Merry Christmas. It's a really pretty plaid. I'm a plaid girl. I love plaid. Give me a plaid, pretty much any plaid, and I'm happy. I love plaid paper so much. Plaid washi tape, plaid. I love to wear plaid. I like plaid decor. My wallpaper and my entryway is plaid. I just like plaid. I have an affinity with plaid. I think it's just like the pattern, you know, it's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's pleasing to my eyes anyway. I don't know if it is to other people's eyes, but it's pleasing to my eyes. Celebrate Christmas by Echo Park. Comfort and Joy, 2018. And then I have two of those. And here's another one of the Jingle All the Way by My Mind's Eye. I don't know that I don't think I showed you this one. Jingle All the Way, My Mind's Eye, 2018. And I have two of those. I have another one of these I just showed you. And then I have two of these, which are cut apart, and these are perfect for like December daily because you can just cut these apart and then you got all your days. Although if I go to 30, I'll have to use number stickers, which is fine. Sometimes what I do is I'll cut one of these out and then I'll just use small ones, you know, or a large one over top, so it's kind of cohesive with all the rest of them. I love the back of this though, which is a bummer. This is single-sided. This is super thick. Pink with glitter. This is thin, so I'm not going to use that as a page, even though it's double-sided. Same with this one. This one is Karen Foster design. I don't know if it has a year on it. These really old ones from the early 2000s did not have dates on them, so I don't know. So this one, single-sided. Me and my big ideas. This one says 2007. I think that's around the year that they started dating them, actually. Cozy Christmas, fancy pants. This is, I love a good buffalo check too, so that'll go in there. This is Karen Foster Designs, Feliz Navidad. This one is cut into Cozy Christmas, Naughty or Nice, 2021. It's a really recent one, but since it's cut into, I'm not going to use it as a page. Cozy Christmas, Under the Mistletoe, 2021. So we'll use that as a page. Cozy Christmas. Renee Looney is the designer. Plaid Tidings, 2021. Oh, that's really pretty. I like that plaid. This is Me and My Big Idea is 2007. Designer is Ellen Crayons. Single-sided. This is Christmas Market, Cartabella. That's really pretty. 2019. This is a Karen Foster Designs. 2002. Ooh, that's really old. That's older than my youngest son. Nice. Single-sided. Here's some from, if I decide to go this route, Cartabella. This says December and then December 25th. These are December daily cutouts too, the numbers. So last year I stamped them. This year I think I'm going to go the easy route and use these. Either these or the other ones. I'm not 100% sure. This is Photo Play. Polar Games. I don't think it has a year on it. That's okay. That'll be a nice page. This is Photo Play as well. Blue brown. And this is Photo Play Cut Aparts. They go with this collection. I'll Be Home for Christmas, Merry and Bright, Merry Christmas, Joy. And that's the back. I have two of those. This one is Photo Play Through the Woods. I can use this one as a page. That's really pretty. I like the house one. I think this is, yeah, this is just a duplicate of the one I already showed you. This is Authentique, 2018, but it's kind of thin, so I'm not going to use that as a page. This is Bella Boulevard, candy canes. Doesn't really have a year on this one either, but that can be used as a page because it's thicker. This is Bella Boulevard, Merry Christmas. I love this paper. And this is gold foil. This is like a page that I would hoard. I think a lot of these that were tucked away were pages that I was hoarding, but they need to be used. They don't do any good in your stash. So Echo Park Paper Company, Merry and Bright. And that's the back of that one. This is 2018. There's another of that one. This is Echo Park, Merry and Bright. Burgundy and light green, cranberry and mint. So it's 2018. This is a cut apart. This is that Illustrated Faith again. It's got border stickers. That might be cool on the outside of some of these if I decide to go that route. This is another Illustrated Faith. It says Jesus and tea. Give me Jesus and coffee. Jesus hot cocoa repeat. Give me Jesus and coffee. Amen. Silent night. That would be a really cute page. And I have two of those. I think at one point in time I bought the whole collection of Illustrated Faith and then just didn't use it. I was hoarding it and it's gonna get used this year. My Savior, Oh Holy Night. So this is Illustrated Faith as well. This is Bella Boulevard, Ho Ho Ho. This has got some gold foiling on it too. Merry Christmas collection. This is Fancy Pants, Merry and Bright, Amber LeBeau, Grandmother's House, and then this is the back. There's another one of those. This is Merry and Bright by Amber LeBeau. Festive Furs. That's really pretty. It's 2016. And this is kind of a perpendicular plaid. Another one. And some cardstock. This is basil cardstock. You can kind of see the texture on this side. And then this is one-sided. Cream Merry Christmas foil Echo Park. And this is Merry. Oh, these are cardstock, basil cardstock in pink or magenta. This is Bella Boulevard. Ho ho ho! I already showed you that one. And then the foiling on that one. This is Reminisce, Ornamental Magic. I don't think it has a date on it. This is really thin, so that's going to just go there. Pretty sure this is Reminisce as well. It's a thinner one. Kind of matches that pretty well. Yeah, it's Reminisce. This is American Crafts Cut Apart. And this is thin and one-sided, so these are cut aparts. This is Illustrated Faith. And oh, this would be pretty. This is there's something on here, tape or something. Yeah. This would be cool for December daily too. This is a countdown as well that goes to the 25th. And I have two of those. I didn't even realize that I had two of those. Does it have a year? No. I really love that. I might use that one actually. And then this one's Illustrated Faith. Borders, Advent. This has all the numbers too on it in cursive. And then the very last one is Cartabella. It's cut apart. Santa's Workshop. And then that's the back. So that is it. That's all my pages. So these are going to go back in the case that they came in, because they're either cut aparts or they're thin, but I'm still going to use them. And then, so I just keep all my paper in these iris containers. And this slides into like an iris container holder, like that big shelving unit that I have. And they're made specifically for 12 by 12 paper. And then here, I just got to decide like which ones of these I'm going to put in the album. Now, I need to see what this is going to look like before. I'm not 100% sold on this, so I may change my mind. But I do kind of like it. I mean, I kind of like this, that how this sticks out, and this is the same color. I mean, I really do kind of like that. It's just a matter of like figuring out how I'm going to do this. So that's 2 pages for sure. I'm probably going to use, to be honest, these cardstocks as mats. So I don't know. I'm probably going to use one of those. That's 4. 6. Okay, I already got one of these, I think. I already have a ho ho ho. Yeah. And then this one I'll use for sure. And that one for sure. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is not going to be very many pages. It's going to be a very thin album if I do it this way. I don't think I'm going to go the burgundy route. So we're just going to not use any of the burgundy paper this year. We'll use it another year. I do like this one. I do like that one. And that one. And that one. Probably not that one. Probably that one. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. And that's fine. Okay. Some of these are duplicates. I'm not going to use these because it's burgundy. Probably that one. It's a solid. Already grabbed that one. I do like that one. Some more cardstock. I'm probably not going to use. I think I'm going to use that one right now. Or that one. I might use that one. I don't think I'm going to use that one. Or this one. Or this one. I will use this one. I want to use all the Illustrated Faith, because that's been in my stash for a really long time. So I really want to use those. I can use that one. None of this burgundy. I like this one. And I like this one. And this one. I'm not going to use these. Or this. Probably not going to use that. I would like to do, like, I kind of want to save these old-fashioned ones for, like, when I was a kid. Because I have a lot of Christmas pictures from when I was a kid. And they are not in an album right now. They're still in my stash. So, I have only done bits and pieces of an album for myself. So, when I was a kid. So I do have quite a bit of, that kind of stuff. Even though, like, the pictures on there, the vintage pictures are well before my time. They're still, like, they're still a long time ago. I mean, they're still relevant because I'm older, you know. Okay, there's that. I don't think I'm going to use that. And then this is cardstock. Okay. So I think these are the ones I'm going to use. If I use this, if I figure out, like, this is what I want to use, I want to make sure that I have enough of these. I know I have a bunch of them stashed somewhere. I just don't know where. Even if I put all these papers in here, it's not going to be that thick of an album. So, I mean, I could do that. And it would still be like a rather thin album if I go that route. I just haven't decided. I mean, it would, if I decide not to use these as, like, album covers, like, as the covers to an album, I could cut these apart. I mean, I could cut this out and use that on the cover, cut out music, you know. Like, I think the backs of these just tells about each song and who wrote it. Yeah, Oh Christmas Tree, it just says, centuries ago, a lovely legend arose that on the night Jesus was born, all the trees in the forest everywhere in Africa, where the night was warm, in Iceland, where the night was frosty, bloomed and bore their most delicate fruit. I wonder what year this is from. I wonder if it says when this album was made. We definitely don't have the album anymore. 1968. Oh my gosh. 1968, the Reader's Digest Association. So that would be cool to make this as an album cover. It tells about every single song. Silent Night. Talks about Franz Gruber. O Come All Ye Faithful. Some rather unknown Christmas songs. Panis Angelicus. 1872, it said it was written. Santa Claus is Coming to Town was written in 1934. See, I would hate to cut this up. I gotta figure out a way to use this as an album, because I think that is so cool. I gotta figure that out. But I got my paper sorted out. I'm gonna work on a binding for this. If I can figure out a binding. I don't know that I like this with the discs. I might just, like, cut this off so it's even, and then bind it some other way. I could use a punch and use ribbon. Like, I'm thinking I could use ribbon and like lace it like crisscross all the way up and then tie a big bow at the top, you know, kind of like a corset, like a corset lace, like all the way up. That might look cool and vintage. That's a possibility. I'll have to think about that. So it gives me something to think about. I don't have time for anything more today because I have to go over this child's file for tomorrow morning that I have to see early. I've gone over it a couple times, but I like to go over it a few, like this file needs gone over again. So I just want to make sure that I'm well informed, because tomorrow, since it's the first visit, I generally on the first visit I meet the parents and then I ask them a lot of questions, and I like to be well informed about everything about the child, so I can ask them specific questions related to the needs of the child that I'm working with. So I'm going to do that. But I think I'm going to do that in bed because I think it's getting kind of late. So I'm going to sign off now and do that. And I don't know. I have clients all the rest of this week except Friday. So maybe I'll see you Friday, and maybe I'll have this worked out where I can show you what we're going to do with it, and maybe have this partially put together so we can start scrapbooking. Like I said, I have some pictures printed out, not a lot from this year, so I need to do that too. So maybe I'll do that on Friday as well. Get out my Canon selfie and print out the other pictures that I want to scrapbook in this, and then possibly over the weekend I'll work some more on the page kit, on Kill a Kit video. Yeah. So, but I don't know. It's an Esme weekend, so it just depends how much we have her over here. So I like to spend as much time with her as I can, because I don't get to see her like I get to see the other grandkids. I only get to see her every other weekend. Except last weekend we had her all week, so I saw her every single day last week, and that was wonderful, exhausting but wonderful. So we'll have to see about that. Every time she comes over, we make cookies so much when she comes over, and every time she comes over it's, are we gonna make cookies? So we'll probably bake cookies. So but I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.